Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, welcome to the class of Human Resource Management. Dear students, we were studying about the financial and the non-financial benefits and we are going to continue the lecture. Dear students, organizations increasingly offer a wide range of discretionary benefits to attract, motivate and retain employees in a competitive labor market. These benefits go beyond legally required programs and provide employees with a financial security, improved well-being and a sense of organizational support. The following sections that I'm going to talk about present five major categories of the discretionary benefits: the healthcare, retirement plans, disability protection, stock option plans, and workplace flexibility. Let's just first talk about healthcare benefits. Healthcare benefits are among the most valued forms of indirect financial compensation because they significantly reduce the financial burden of medical expenses. Employers may provide health insurance directly, subsidize premiums, or offer access to a network of healthcare providers. These benefits support employee well being, reduce absenteeism, and promote productivity. Now, there are certain types of healthcare benefits. For example, medical insurance that covers hospitalization, surgery, doctor visits, and emergency day care. Then, dental and vision insurance provides coverage for dental checkups, orthodontics, eye exams, and eye wear. Then comes the preventive care programs that include vaccination, health screenings, and wellness checks. Then there are MHS CS, that is the mental health support counseling services, including employee assessment programs and stress management workshops. For example, a company may offer HMO, that stands for Health Maintenance Organization Plan, where employees pay a small, co-payment for doctors' visits and preventive care. Another example is a tech firm providing a free annual checkup and on-site wellness clinics to promote healthy work habits. Health benefits enhance actually employee morale and reduce turnover. Organizations that invest in the wellness programs often experience lower healthcare costs in the long run due to a healthier uh, employee and reduced sick days. Then comes the retirement plans. Retirement plans help employees build long-term financial security beyond their working years. They serve as a powerful tool for attracting, competent professionals and retaining employees who value financial stability. There are certain kinds of retirement plans like the defined benefit plans that guarantee a fixed pension amount upon retirement based on salary and years of service. For example, a traditional pension plan paying 2% of the employee's final salary multiplied by total years of service. Then come the defined contribution plans. Employers contribute a set of amount to an employee's retirement account, and the final benefit depends on the investment plans. For example, a provident fund where employer matches 5% of their employee contributions. Then comes the supplement retirement plans. These are the additional voluntary savings programs that employees can contribute for enhanced retirement income. Retirement plans increase loyalty by creating long-term financial ties between the employees and employers. They also help organizations position themselves as supportive and forward-thinking. Then comes the disability protection benefits. Disability protection benefits disability protection ensures financial support for employees who become temporarily or permanently unable to work due to illness or injury. These benefits mitigate income loss and reduce employees' financial stress during difficult circumstances. Now, there are several types of disability protection. So, the first one comes the short-term disability insurance that provides partial income replacement for short durations such as 3 to 6 months, usually during recovery from a temporary illness or injuries. For example, an employee recovering from a surgery receives 60% of their salary for 10 weeks. Then comes LTD, that is the long-term disability insurance that offers income replacement for extended periods, sometime until the retirement age when an employee faces serious health conditions. For example, employees diagnosed with chronic illness like multiple um, respiratory issues to receive monthly benefits to support living expenses. Then comes accidental death and dismemberment that provides financial benefits to the employees or their families in case of severe kind of an injury or accidental death. Now, these disability benefits demonstrate an organization's commitment to employee welfare, such as benefits due how these benefits reduce anxiety and support employees during unforeseen hardships, promoting loyalty and trust. The fourth kind of a benefit is the stock option plans. Stock option plans give employees the right to purchase company shares at a predetermined price within a specific period. These benefits are particularly common in startups, technology firms, and organizations that aim to align employees' interest with the performance of the company. And the question is how stock options work. Employees are actually granted options to buy a company stock at a fixed strike price, and options are usually vest after a certain period, like 3 to 4 years. If the company's stock value rises above the strike price, employees can profit by exercising their options. For example, a startup offers employees 2,000 stock options at a strike price of $10. After 4 years, if the market price raises to $40, employee can buy at either at $10 and either hold or sell the shares at for a profit, creating a significant financial incentive for himself or herself. Stock options provide long-term motivation and encourage employees to stay through the vesting period, reducing turnover, and it actually fosters a sense of ownership and commitment towards organizational growth. The fifth benefit is the workplace flexibility benefit. It is increasingly viewed as a high value benefit, especially among younger generations. Flexible arrangements allow employees to manage work alongside personal responsibilities, improving job satisfaction and work life balance. Now, there is also a concept of uh, you know uh, forms of workplace flexibility, including flexible work hours, where employees can choose when to begin and end their work day. Remote or hybrid work, where employees can either work from home or do their job on part-time basis from home, and then they can do their job on site. Then job sharing, that is the two employees share their responsibilities for a single full-time role. Then there are some flexi time banks where employees accumulate hours and use them later for personal needs. For example, a global consulting firm allows employees to work remotely 3 days a week and set their own schedules as long as they attend key meetings and meet their performance targets. Now, this flexibility reduces the stress and helps attract the top talent. Dear students, the workplace flexibility actually enhances employee engagement, reduces burnout, and supports diversity, including working mothers, caregivers, and employees with disabilities. It has become a major factor in employee branding and especially in the post pandemic era. To conclude, we may say that healthcare, retirement plans, disability protection, stock option programs, and workplace flexibility form crucial components of modern discretionary benefits. These benefits actually increase employee satisfaction, reduce turnover, and help organizations to compete for skilled talent. As workplaces evolve, especially with the growth of remote work and diverse employee expectations, HR professionals must continuously reassess and improve benefit offerings to remain competitive and supportive to their employees as well. Thank you. That's all.